Hey, Steph. Jeff Ferrato with Bay Area News Group. Can you talk about that game a couple years ago when Omri came in with the Kings and sort of lit up the Oracle with all of his threes, and you guys got involved in that? And is that sort of, when you think about that game, is that what you see him contributing for you guys?
That was a crazy atmosphere. Watching kind of how the first half unfolded, not a lot was going on until like the end of the first quarter. He hit a couple threes. We had some breakdowns. He took advantage of it. And then that whole second quarter was just back and forth, trading threes, back, one after the other, really. And their bench was into it. Our home crowd was into it. He's such a kind of unique player with his skill set, being able to shoot threes, move without the ball. He's a great passer. Very versatile, I think, on the wing, being able to do a lot of different things. So he should blend right into exactly how we play, and looking forward to him giving us a huge bonus off the bench.
Front row, far left.
Steph, Mark Spears, ESPN. You've played with a lot of interesting point guards from a game standpoint and shooting guards, personality standpoint. What do you think about Nick Young as a player and also his personality?
I mean, I've gotten to know him a little bit since over the summer, since he's been signed with us, and obviously playing against him for years. His kind of personality and his character. He's always having fun. Looks like he's always smiling, enjoying whatever he's doing on and off the court, which is something that is very consistent with our culture here. And so I know he'll have a good time in the locker room and on the court playing with us. He's going to have a very defined role with what he does, coming in and obviously defending at a high level, but just getting buckets and doing it his way, but within Warriors basketball. So it's going to be fun to watch. We expect a lot out of him, and from a team kind of concept and aspect, I think he'll be just fine, adapting to our style and blending his personality with the team and how we do things.
Front row, right side, Tim.
Yes, Steph. Tim Kawakami, The Athletic, over here. You've been very clear. The Athletic.
Oh, okay, thank you.
I hope you're a subscriber. You get a free one or anything? We'll get you a golden bag. Yeah. I'm sorry.
You're on the shameless plugs now, too. I like that.
I am. I don't know where I get that. Your opinion about the current administration and about the projected trip to the White House has been very clear. You've said you do not intend to go. Bob says the team will talk about it. There's been no final decision. How do you expect that conversation to go, knowing your opinion and your teammates who've been very clear about this? Can your opinion be changed? And do you expect this to be just a player discussion, or does management count too in this?
Just like our country, every opinion counts and matters. I don't know if I can predict how the conversation will go. I know based on our conversations we've had in the past and things people have said to the media, to each other, whatever. I know pretty much where everybody kind of stands on it, but we want to respect the opportunity that we have to represent not only ourselves, our own beliefs, but our organization, because we're obviously in this position because we won a championship and we did something special together. And so for us to just really take the time to understand the magnitude of this decision and the right thing to do and the right way to go about it is important. And we'll respect that as we have this conversation whenever it happens in the next couple of weeks. And yeah, I think when that message comes out and the actual decision of what we're going to do, we'll have a better explanation at that point. But yeah, my views haven't changed at all. I don't know if they can be changed, but yeah, that's kind of where I stand right now.
Second row, left-hand side, Felicia.
Hi, Steph. Felicia Purcell, Sports in the Bay. So what happened to the Twisties?
The what? The
Twisties.
I had to hit the reset button for a little bit, so
Right.
not out the question down the road.
Right. Well, that wasn't the ultimate question. Aisha has become her own brand in her own right, doing big things. Talk about how proud you are of her, and what was it like filming the Infinity commercial with Riley?
I'm in business to support my family and my wife especially in all her endeavors. She's doing some amazing things, inspiring a lot of people with the platform she has, and everything that you see is out of her own vision and her own belief in herself and what she's able to accomplish. So it's been pretty awesome just to watch her, grow and develop, and sky's the limit for all the things that she's going to be able to do down the road, showcasing her talents with the world. And with the commercial, Riley was pretty cool, just seeing her be herself. And it's kind of crazy. She was on set for like 30 minutes and drew that little track and had some fun. We had that little interaction on set. We were able to put together a pretty cool piece that now she gets to go, watch when she's graduating high school down the road, and I get to show her, this is what you were like when you were 5, having fun with Daddy. So that's pretty cool for me to be able to share that experience with her.
Front row center, Chris.
Chris Haynes, ESPN. What's up, Steph? Have you had a chance to? What's your take on Kyrie forcing the trade to Boston? And obviously, Cleveland has been a team with the nucleus of LeBron and Kyrie for so long, and now it's just changed just like that. What was your initial reaction, and what is it like now?
Yeah, I guess it was something unexpected, I guess, from the outside. You don't know what's going on or what's been going on the last 3 years in the organization. That's not for us to know. But I know Draymond pretty much said it well. I think I heard him say the fact that he's betting on himself and wherever he didn't know what situation he was going to end up in, and when he requested the trade, and I don't think it mattered to him. Because he has 100% confidence in himself to be the player that he really thinks he is, and that's huge. That confidence that speaks volumes. They obviously accomplished a lot, 3 straight finals, and obviously winning the championship last year. So it was a great run for us playing against that particular lineup, and now as you go forward this year, it's gonna be crazy just watching the storylines and how the Eastern Conference unfolds throughout the course of the season. So I think we play right after them on opening night, but it should be a fun game to watch on the 17th.
Front row center, Tim.
Hey, Steph. Tim Anderson, The Washington Post. You talked before about the White House visit and how this whole thing's become pretty important to you. I know you said to Rachel before that you want it to be a statement, that you guys are making a statement by not going. That's kind of your opinion on it. What kind of statement do you want to make by doing that? And you're not exactly Draymond in terms of kind of taking forceful positions on things all the time. Why have you decided that this is something you really want to make a big statement about?
Because I don't think I don't want to go. That's really it. I mean, that's kind of that's the nucleus of my belief, and I think it is different. It's not just me going to the White House. If it was, this would be a pretty short conversation. But it's, like I said, it's the organization, it's the team, and it's hard to say because I don't know exactly what we're going to do in lieu of, or if we do go, if we don't go, or whatever. But my beliefs stay the same. So I have a better answer for that once I can kind of understand where the group is, too.
What do you want that statement to be?
Oh, you mean if that were the case?
Yeah, like what like you said you want to make that to be a statement, like, you guys would make a statement by
we don't stand for basically what our president has, the things that he said and the things that he hasn't said in the right times, that we won't stand for it. And by acting and not going, hopefully that will inspire some change when it comes to what we tolerate in this country and what is accepted and what we turn a blind eye to. I mean, it's not just the act of not going. There are things that you have to do on the back end to actually push that message into motion. You can talk about all the different personalities that have said things and done things, from Kaepernick to what happened to Martellus Bennett, to all sorts of examples of what has gone on in our country that we need to kind of change. And we all are trying to do what we can. We're using our platforms, using our opportunities to shed light on that. So that's kind of where I stand on it. But yeah, I don't think us not going to the White House is going to miraculously make everything better. But there are things that this is my opportunity to voice that.
Great. 2 more for Steph, second row center. Phil.
Hey, Steph. Phil Barber, Santa Rosa Press Democrat. A year ago, with Kevin's arrival, the big question was, are there enough shots to go around for this team? And obviously, you guys answered that. Now you've signed a couple more guys known for their shooting in Nick and Caspi. Has that challenge gotten even more complicated or greater in a way?
Nah, because of the way we play, everybody touches the ball. Everybody's involved. Everybody should be a threat when they're on the floor. And we just, with the IQ guys high IQ guys we have on this team, we just find a way for it all to kind of blend and work. Coach Kerr does a great job of preaching that message of, we do have our playmakers and guys that can get a bucket when we need to, but throughout the course of the game, the way that shots are created, you have to use every single person that's out there on the floor to make that happen. And guys that can put it on the floor, guys that can pass, guys that can knock down open shots, the more that you have on the floor, the better off you are, I think. And we don't have guys that are selfish at all, that are jealous of anybody else's success, or going to create drama if they get 5 shots one game and 15 shots the next game, as long as we win.
Last one for Steph. Marcus.
Steph, you said before, after the Panthers game or during it, that you had a conversation with KD about the Under Armour remarks. One of the concerns is that the shoe stuff might get into the chemistry on the court. Do you anticipate you needing to do anything to make sure that doesn't happen or that becoming an issue? And secondarily, do you want to confess to any secret accounts?
No. Me and KD, all the talks off the court, it is what it is. Obviously, he said what he said, and he had a certain viewpoint on the grassroots industry and brand loyalty and all that kind of stuff. And then obviously, I know what we've been able to accomplish from an Under Armour basketball standpoint and a Curry product standpoint in the last really 3.5 years, building that business to something that means something in the shoe game. So I guess maybe in practice we should just play in our socks and call it a day. That'd probably be the best way to make sure there's no drama when practice starts, you know what I'm saying? So we might do that.
Great. Thank you. Okay, we'll have...
unbranded socks, not...
Yeah, all right. We'll have Omri will be in here next.